It's time to start the show. It's time to start the show. Welcome to another edition of the Aaron O Show. What's today? Wednesday? Yes, Wednesday. Wednesday here on the West Coast, the place that everybody leaving, but the prices ain't dropping. So y'all not leaving farther enough. Go out farther, a little bit further. So that way, prices can drop a little bit. Prices can drop a little bit, and us people at the bottom can snag just a little bit of the real estate. How's everybody today? Hopefully everybody's doing well. I know it's been a jam-packed day, but we gonna try to go at it one more time. We gonna try again one more time. Last stream, I think it was a really good stream. I think we had a good time, flowed really well. That was a fun show. If I had members only, I put it on members only, but I don't have it. So, oh well. Oh well. KG, what up? So, what are we doing here today? What are we doing here today? Well, just want to cover a few things. Just a few things I need to cover. Last show. Now, maybe you guys know, maybe you don't know, but StreamYard, Spence, what up? StreamYard has been tripping I've been complaining about it the last 3 weeks. So it's been tripping. So last show, StreamYard was having some difficulties and everything didn't pick up on the StreamYard. So I wasn't able to calculate everything, but I had to go back and recount everything and make sure everything was correct and in order. And so, as always, we like to highlight the people who are the sponsor of the show on the last show, which after crunching the numbers, I went back and it's actually my guy LeGarrette and JB. So shout out to JB LeGarrette for being the sponsor of the show, holding it down. Hope you guys enjoyed that show. I know I did. To me, it was one of the best shows in a long time. Just in general, I just really, it was random as heck. It's one of those old school like Fight Clubs environments where you just hit the button and we just go. And so it was really, really dope. But now we back to business. And maybe good, maybe bad, maybe canceled, maybe not. I don't know. We're gonna find out. If I get canceled or not. I highly doubt it today because I'm staying away from all these controversial topics. I only like to discuss the stuff that is safe, nothing dangerous, right? So there's a couple things I'm going to cover. Today, we're going to discuss something I didn't really know much about, but it was kind of caught my eye. And so we're going to look into that. We're going to talk about fathers' rights, because fathers should have their rights. We're going to take another trip. Y'all know me. I told you I'm going to be consistently hitting y'all over the head with this. We're going to take another trip to Africa. We're gonna go to the region over there and discuss a little bit what's happening over there. So that's what we're gonna do. Shout out to Easy, James Gore, what up? And we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna discuss another thing. It's this phrase, right? It's called Peeping Tom or Peeping Karen, right? We're gonna discuss that. And then if we successfully make it through all of that, we'll get to the fun stuff. If we make it through all of that, we'll get to the fun stuff. I just want to let y'all know, because I know y'all care so much. The majority of all the swelling in my face is starting to go down. All my functions are almost back 100%. So just remember, I did last show was not at 100%, but the show must go on because y'all say y'all don't really care about complainers. No victim Olympians. So we rocked out. But now I'm feeling much better. My mind's much clearer. I got some water. And for me, that is all I need. I don't need no Lamborghini. Now listen, I sound like somebody like I don't need a man because it's like I can't have what I want, so I'm gonna just say I don't need it. So I don't need no Lamborghini or no Ferrari or no Rolls Royce. Just in case anybody was listening to asking what I would want, I don't need none of that. I don't need none of that stuff. Don't even think about it. It's not necessary. Over here, skateboards, scooters is life. It's gonna be that way in Austin, Texas, too. Y'all gonna see. Just give it some time. Just give it some time. Now, I don't know. Some of you didn't see that. I know MS Best was here. So my last stream, I kind of started it, but then there was a tech issue, so I had to basically boot it, and then kind of got messed up, so I had to redo the whole stream. If you guys are wondering why the other stream came down, it's because of that. So other stream came down because stream, like I told y'all, StreamYard is tripping 100%, and so I had to fix that. So that's what happened with that. So now we up and rocking. We up and rocking. And once again, shout out to the sponsors of the show, LeGarrette, JB. I appreciate y'all always. Some of the most consistent supporters always holding me down. So we really do appreciate y'all. Here's on the Aaron O Show. Shout out to Miss Doris, rocking the show off. Immediately says, water gang. You know what? Y'all gonna be watching these streams in the future one day. What's going on, Tara? And y'all gonna be like, dang, he really got that water deal. He been drinking water for like 30 years. He finally got that water deal. Yep, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get that water deal. It's gonna be called Sugar Mama Water Inc. Yeah, Sugar Mama Water Inc. I can see it now. Yeah. Yes. And y'all gonna be jealous. Y'all gonna be a little bit jealous. It's okay. So it's okay to be a little bit jealous. Y'all gonna be a little bit jealous. I know. But at the same time, y'all gonna be happy too. Y'all gonna be happy to see that water deal rocking out. Okay, y'all gonna be happy to see it. It's gonna be coming. Good vibes. Y'all know how y'all say good vibes only. I tried to make last show the good vibes. Somebody was in the chat talk about Aaron. You said it was chill vibes. I tried to make chill vibes. Too many people they be starting stuff. But you see me, my tolerance on my show is like really low. Yeah, I don't get the Aaron O Show. I don't get paid enough over here for me to deal with such things. Now on my other show, my tolerance is really high. But here, I like my show to go a certain way, and so I'm making sure I'm giving them more consistency around those things. And so unfortunately, sometimes you guys are going to have to see me have to do things to make sure the show is processed the way in which I would like it to try to go. It is what it is. Y'all saw what happened last show. It is what it is. It's not personal, but I have to just make decisions what's best for that particular show. Okay, and that's just the truth. Tia Marie, what's going on? Is that the glue guy? It's a no licensing fee for him. Actually, all we really need to tell you the truth is the swear jar. I need one of my mods to put a mechanism in place for how we gonna charge these people for all this swearing they do on my show. I remember I showed y'all that last stream where you have the dollar icon and it's lit up green or yellow. And every time I open the panel, what happens, y'all? It goes yellow. Why? Because it's limited to no ads, basically, right? And that only happens because people come on here and start cursing up a storm. They have the ability to use different words. They have the ability to not curse. They do. But it's such a normal thing to them. They just like, well, why not? Why not? It's what I do. I like to curse. And that lets you know. You think they curse like that in front of their moms? Grandmas? People still listen. I know some people that's still terrified to curse in front of their grandmother. Some of y'all in the chat right now, y'all see y'all grandma, and what's gonna happen? All them curse words on the Aaron O show gonna disappear. I need to get a picture of everybody's grandma and put it in the background like a collage. Okay, I need to put a picture in the background like a collage, and then all y'all gonna stop. The very second y'all see a picture of your grandma looking at you, y'all know how they do the art, right? With the eyes be following you left or right, no matter where you stare. Like, I'm gonna create a collage with everybody's grandmother, and they all gonna be looking at you on the screen. And every time you start cursing, they're gonna look dead at you. Yeah, I guarantee then, all them curse words gonna go down. I guarantee it. It's almost 100% money back guarantee. Because y'all know, look at some of y'all scared to say something right now. Y'all so scared, y'all won't even put, I ain't scared of my grandma. Y'all know how y'all being here talking tough. I catch a flight on anybody. I pull up on anybody. I mention y'all grandma and what happened. Y'all look over y'all shoulder because y'all think y'all grandma with y'all right now. Like, Gramps, let me check, make sure Gramps ain't here before I say something to Aaron. Then y'all feel safe after y'all done checked over y'all shoulders. Yeah, because grandma watching y'all. Keep on playing. Keep on playing. Yeah, Auntie Dear said, I would never curse. I know y'all won't. Now, I ain't going to pretend like I'm tough. I was just at my grandmother's birthday, and I don't even dare, even though I'm going to be honest with y'all. I'm a lot younger than her, and I run faster than her. She can't catch me. Nah, she can't catch me. Y'all seen those football players run? Phew! She wouldn't be able to catch me. No. But the thing is, she'll probably, like, getting her little run me up, room, boom, and she'll run you over. Those grandmas don't play. See, y'all got the newer grandmas where they play these games. The grandmas we got, see, I'm a millennial, right? Somewhere in the middle of millennials, right? See, they don't play. They don't play with us. So y'all get lucky if y'all got these new age grandmothers. Oh yeah, shout out to my brother Peter the investor. He said supporting the water fund. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. I'm down to a few bottles, so I'm gonna need it. I'm gonna need it until I get that water deal to get that lifetime guarantee supply and make sure we rocking out. I'm gonna need it. I'm going to need it. Let's set this up. Now, first is first, right? We've been having many conversations about mothers, fathers, rights, things like that, and paternity. All those old laws. Y'all know what y'all been saying, actually. Let me give y'all a hint. A lot of times we've been having conversations with women and gentlemen. And you know what the women tell us? We not marching for y'all. We don't care if the family court law changed. We don't care. That's on y'all. Men make all the laws. Men make all the rules. And you know what's been happening, y'all? All of a sudden the women are saying, how could they? How could they change the law? Like, the Supreme Court ruled? And little and slowly but surely, what's happening, y'all? What's happening? Laws is starting to change. Yes, that is right. Laws are starting to change, and y'all starting to see a little bit of a difference. It is what it is. Y'all asked us to do this, and now y'all got to deal with the consequences. Y'all asked us to do this, and now y'all got to deal with the consequences, because now we working on them laws. We working on making things change. And y'all asked for it. Now, y'all know about a couple laws that's been changing over the while. Y'all know about the Supreme Court ain't playing with y'all. Y'all know about Governor DeSantis. He has been such a blessing in a lot of ways, as being someone that is a champion with these family dynamics. And so it's no shocking that some of the changes start with him. It's no shocking at all, right? And so lucky us, right? We're going to get right into a father's right. Okay, we're going to get right into a father's right.
Story our I-team is following through on. A bill that passed the House and the Senate unanimously called the Good Dad Act is now signed into law.
And the focus is fathers' rights. Last month, we brought you the story of Ulysses Carwise. He's a Tampa father who's been fighting for custody of his now 5-year-old daughter. She was given up for adoption at birth by her mother with...
Now, let me just speed this up for you, okay? Ulysses, salute to you, brother. Now, his daughter, who he's fighting for, right, was given up for adoption at birth by the birth mother, right? Which means she didn't want to be a parent. She said, I want to make a child, but I don't want to take care of it, right? Probably changed her mind at the very last minute when they was taking the baby out of her arms and signing the documents and all that good stuff. She said, I can't do this. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I don't want to be a mother. I don't want to do this work. And so I'm just going to give up this child. It is what it is. And because of those actions, this man now is fighting for his own daughter. He has to fight while she has all rights to give away his daughter for adoption. Now, look, ladies, I know y'all don't care as much. Well, except for the ones that have sons. Because it seems the only way to get a lot of people to care is that they have a personalized connection to an experience that someone can share with them. But to me, this is some messed up stuff. This is some messed up stuff, okay? I don't know what I would do if someone could just give my child away. I don't know what I would do. But probably something similar to this man is a good chance.
Without the dad's knowledge or consent. And his case is highlighting given up for adoption Carwise. He's a Tampa father who's been fighting for custody of his now 5-year-old daughter. She was given up for adoption at birth by her mother without the dad's knowledge or consent.
So mind you, this is important. Given up at birth without the dad's knowledge or consent. Make sure you guys are paying attention to that. Without knowledge, without consent.
And his case is highlighting an often private battle unmarried fathers can face.
And when I saw your story online, it was just resonating to me how there's hurt from this father who lost his child due to a decision that was not his.
Tonight, I-team investigator Kylie McGivern shares how another Florida father's story prompted a change in state law that will impact unmarried fathers across Florida.
Now see, y'all asked for these laws, right? Y'all asked for this, right? Y'all said, man, step up. Y'all said fight. And his actions, a man's actions, prompted a change in law. It is what it is. This is what y'all been requesting.
Snapshots of Bernard Jennings with his son capturing memories, moments Jennings says he had to fight to keep.
My son's 8 years old now. I didn't become his father legally until January 9th of this year. Really?
Ethan is the motivation behind what's being called the Good Dad Act.
At the time, I was a single father, unwed to the mother. We were in a relationship. We broke up, and I took care of my son primarily most of the time.
Now, I ain't gonna lie. He an old head. I ain't gonna look. Listen, all that stuff y'all be talking about. Oh, when you get old, you got the ED and you need the blues and all that type of stuff. He's still rocking. He's still rocking. He said his child is 8 and he's still rocking. So all that trash that y'all was talking that, oh, y'all won't, when y'all get older, y'all not gonna be able to do this and do that. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. He's still rocking. He's still rocking. Okay. It is what he is. Okay. Huh? Oh, I see what's going on here. I see what's going on here. Jasmine, I'm watching you. Don't you be trolling me. But it's crazy. It's crazy. And you know what? I think he fought because he wearing a suit. Shout out to the men in suits. Shout out to the men that know how to tie a tie. Shout out to those brothers. Right? Because a lot of times they don't know that people know how to rock them suits. They know how to rock them ties. And listen. The only issue I have is that his name tag is on the wrong side. Name tag is supposed to be on the right side. But yeah, that's nor here and there. Brother, keep fighting. Keep up the good fight.
For 7 years.
Then Jennings says his child's mother picked him up from school and moved him to another county.
I went to the court to ask them for help. I didn't know where she was. All of a sudden, her family didn't know where she was. Friends didn't know where she was. So I had to find my son.
Because he is not married to his son's mother legally, Jennings had no parental rights.
My name's on the birth certificate. I've been a part of his life since birth. I was there at the birth, but because she decided she was no longer going to cooperate with me, the law was not on my side anymore. The judge said.
So this is important, guys. The law is not on his side anymore, even though he's been with the child since birth. He's been with the child since birth. She came and just took the child out of school and disappeared, vanished, gone, just disappeared. Took his child, in which I know how y'all act like men don't want to step up. He signed the birth certificate. He acknowledged the paternity. He said, "That's my child. I signed." Going against Aaron O's advice, right? Which is you get tested and all that kind of stuff. But you know what? Some men are better than me, and that's okay. We learning every day. We grinding every day. We could becoming better people every day. So I'm not upset at it. I'm not upset at it at all. Now, I don't know why she left. I don't know how great of a mother she was. Maybe she got a job. Maybe she wasn't on the best speaking terms. Maybe she didn't care if the child remained having a relationship with their father, depending on whose advice they listening to on YouTube. Some people advising to not let fathers be involved. Get fathers away. It is what it is. Y'all can decide for your own life, right? But it's just a little sad that a brother can wake up one day, been there, present in their child's life. And I'm going to be honest with you. Now, I'm a man. Y'all women, y'all analyze different. That looked like a good brother. He sounds like a good brother. He seems temperamentally controlled, really caring, got pictures with his kids, all this type of stuff. Kid was in the water. I don't even know how to swim. That kid already learned. So listen. So it's a little disheartening when you see people making the attempts, right? But it's an attack on fathers. It is. No matter how y'all want to look at it, it's an attack on fathers. Now, y'all can either say, I agree it is an attack on fathers, and then get into y'all biased perspective, or y'all can just say what y'all want to say because y'all want to continue a dissension amongst us. Your choice. I'm going to win regardless. But you guys decide what you want to do. It's a little frustrating hearing those things, though. Just like I tell all y'all, we can pretty much tell and see who's going to be good parents and stuff. Y'all women know. Y'all women know which nerdy guy y'all should be messing out with. Y'all brother know who you should be messing with. Y'all brother tell you, hey, listen, don't mess with my best friend. Yeah, no, leave James alone. Don't even mess with James. Don't even do it. Your brother tell you don't mess with him. You know why? You like James. James swagged up, he probably got a nice little Mustang, and you like him. But your brother tell you no. When your brother tell you, I like dude that you messing with, that's the guy. Your brother know if your baby daddy gonna be around. He does. They know. You know as well. And you know you don't like those type of guys. It is what it is. Don't say nothing. Just know y'all know that's what the truth. All y'all already know.
Because I had to serve her a petition for parenting, and I didn't know where she was to be able to serve her. I was able to serve her where she lived by finding out where she lived and be able to get time in court to establish visitation rights. So I thought to myself that so many fathers go through this and they don't have the resources or no people to assist them in the matter, don't have the money, and they're stuck.
That's when Jennings, who is president and CEO of the Biscayne Gardens Chamber of Commerce, wrote a proposal to lawmakers for a bill regarding unwed fathers' rights.
Mm-hmm. You heard what he said? He wrote a proposal. Now, y'all remember Raw B has said, women be the ones signing all the documents and papers. And then Angry Man said, what you be talking about? Men don't sign their own papers and documents and fill out their own forms. Y'all remember? I remember. Y'all thought that was funny. Y'all thought it was funny. But no. That man wrote it up. Now, obviously, you can see that man getting to the bag. You can see that man as most likely a bag chaser. He getting to it. You can tell, okay? When he used words like resources, which other people usually say, I ain't got it, there's a difference. Somebody says resources. Another person says, I ain't got it. Now, me, I identify. I'm really good at identifying things. See, I ain't got it, but I know he got the resources. See? Indicators, identifiable key indicators and markers is what we do, okay? That man, he get into it. He got the resources. He wrote up a proposal. Type all that. Look how professional this man is. All this to see a child that he shouldn't have to do all this for. All this to see his own child. Now, it's a cold game, but you got to play. It's a cold game, but you got to play.
Rights. Representative Christopher Benjamin picked it up.
What this bill does is it says to fathers who want to be fathers, who want to parent their children, that we see you. It gives them the right that we have given married fathers our entire existence. It lets them parent until there's a problem.
It's about time that we realize the reality of the family makeup in American society, and the fact that there are a lot of fathers who are not married or no longer married to the mothers of their children, and they're still great fathers.
Real quick, shout out to Representative Chambliss. Shout out to him. Not another good brother. Well suit, nice tie. I see you, brother. Thank you for representing. Thank you for representing. A lot of times they don't acknowledge brothers enough. They don't acknowledge the ones that's actually in these positions, actually doing the work, actually in the communities, leadership, all these type of things. They ain't going to acknowledge you, brother, but I'm going to acknowledge you. We appreciate you doing this work. We appreciate you fighting on behalf. We appreciate you guys pushing this bill and making this a priority. I know we don't see a bunch of people on the other side in there with posters in support of this, but it is what it is. But I appreciate you guys.
The bill gives unmarried fathers who have proven they are the biological father the same rights and responsibilities the mother has. It passed the House and Senate unanimously.
Both parents are the natural guardians of the child, and both have the same rights and responsibilities of parents that a married parent would enjoy.
Senator Clay Yarborough sponsored the Senate bill.
I'm a Republican in the Senate. My colleague who ran it in the House is a Democrat. It's just good common sense, and we want dads to be involved in the life of their kids.
There's some
in the House is a Democrat. It's just good common sense, and we want dads to be involved in the life of their kids.
There's some men out there that are not doing what they're supposed to do to be a father, but there are other men that really want to be a part of their child's life, married or not. They want to take responsibility. They want to parent their child.
Jennings is now working to establish similar laws in other states.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Please push that work. All right. That work getting done out there in Florida. See, now Florida every single year gets higher and higher on my list for stuff like this. We love to see things like this. We love to see the progression for people. There should be no pushback for this. But of course, people going to throw their insults because it's YouTube and we accept it. But shout out to those brothers. Outstanding work, gentlemen. Outstanding work. As individuals, contributors to society, as leaders in your community, from every step, point by point, you did exactly what a lot of women say that men should do. It was only a matter of time before you push people too far to the edge and they show you, all right, we lazy, right? We gonna show you what happened when we stop being lazy. We gonna show you what happens when you run into a man that's not lazy, when you run into a man that's gonna get on his grind and handle his business. I'm still shocked and embarrassed to the fact that she could just not only take his kid away, another guy dealing with a woman just giving his child away at adoption, like just no rights at all. But that is to be expected with the type of experiences that people be having in America. So we're not going to even pretend, right? I'm going to briefly read over this so you guys can see it on screen. So you guys have an understanding of this law. When it was signed, it was effective July 1st, 2023. Governor DeSantis acknowledged the rights of unwed fathers, right? Until now, the natural guardianship of a child born to unmarried parents defaulted to the mother. However, as a result of bipartisan effort, Florida statute and governor, natural guardians will now provide both the mother and father who has, it's important, who has established paternity as the natural guardians of the child and are entitled and subject to rights and responsibility as parents. Now, when you guys ask, establish, a father can establish paternity through the initiation of a court action, very similar to what this man had to do. So what that means is it's a high probability that just signing the birth certificate ain't enough. You can sign a birth certificate and get put on child support. That's no problem. But just signing this saying, yes, that's my child, ain't enough. It ain't enough to get you the authority of being the natural guardian. Shocking, embarrassing, sad. But it's the experience of men. It's the experience of men. I know people don't want to talk about just one side. Right now, I'm only talking about the experience of men. I don't want to hear this is what this person go to. Y'all can talk about that later if you want. If you really want to do that, we can. I'll show you it's a bad idea, especially for this show. But if you want to, I will entertain it. But it's a shame that these experiences keep occurring. It's a shame, but I'm very, very grateful and happy that a small group, just one man, took an initiative and had the resources. I understand there's resources was necessary, and he probably had a few connections, right? And a lot of other men obviously don't have those resources. A lot of those men obviously don't have those connections. But sometimes it takes one man to lead for a bunch of other men. And so we appreciate those brothers that were in legislation in that particular state, Governor DeSantis and whatnot. All those things are important steps in being a champion into possibly making sure this is a widespread thing all over America. A widespread thing all over America. No, Judge Jay, it was not Tyrese. No, it was not Tyrese that did that, okay? Nice try. You just like Tyrese. You want him to sing to you. Tyrese, you ready? You just want that man to sing to you, Judge Jay. I know what you're up to. I know what you're up to. There we go. Let me make sure I got the key points to you guys. Okay. Father can establish paternity through court action. However, paternity can also be established outside of such proceedings and other avenues, including an execution of a notarized voluntary acknowledgement of paternity, meaning me and the mom can get together and go, yeah, this is my child, and sign here and make sure it's notarized by somebody in that particular state that is authorized to notarize documents. And there's a witness and it's properly signed under penalty of perjury. And well, you know, people don't care about perjury these days. Pursuant to the Florida statutes, a voluntary acknowledgement will constitute an establishment of paternity. So if you guys figure it out together, the mom and the dad, or however y'all do y'all parents these days, agree, then that's the establishment of paternity. And if it's not rescinded within 60 days, it can only then be challenged in a court of law under certain circumstances, not under any circumstances. After 60 days, you're not going to just be able to challenge it just to challenge it. Only under certain circumstances will you be able to challenge said laws, okay? The significance of this expansion of natural guardianship rights is that a father who has undergone the process of establishing paternity now has parental rights. This is important. Now has parental rights. What does that mean? That means you cannot give my child up for adoption without my authority, without my agreeing, like that lovely lady I'm sure did. Sure, she's a phenomenal person. Because she made the best decision for her life to give up a child without the acknowledgement of their father, without making them aware of any of that. She made the best decision for her life. And because women love choices, because that's what being a feminist, pro-choice, she utilized a choice. Either one, put you up for adoption. Two, leave you at a fire station. Three, open one of those little doors, close the door behind and run away. So many options. And she exercised one of them. And let's be honest, if you're not a friend or family, you probably ain't gonna never know that she did it. if you're not a friend or family member, you're probably never going to know that she even did those things. Now, yes, I'm sickened. I'm not going to lie. I'm very sick by this. Now, I know that some of y'all don't understand the importance of a father. I know a lot of y'all think I'm gonna be just fine without a man. I'm gonna be just fine without a father for my kid. I'm gonna do it anyway. Well, some of us might disagree with that. But hey, you guys make your own decisions and choices. Your children will pay for your mistakes, pay for your sins. Your children will pay for your decisions. And that is the sad part about being a child. That whole, y'all know, everybody's favorite line, I'm your mama black. All those shaming thoughts and tactics is because for some reason this child is supposed to be grateful that for the large early parts of their life, all the decisions you made, they had to suffer for. They have no autonomy that you don't govern over. They have no autonomy that you don't govern. Thanos, what up? None at all. And that's why y'all like controlling the children. Y'all can sit there and fight it or whatever the case is. But listen, I see mothers all the time, excluding the good mothers. And you guys can decide what percentage of women that you consider good mothers. I see them walking with their kids on leashes. I saw a lady just the other day, downtown San Francisco. She got her child behind her walking on one of those leash attached to him. Now, it wasn't necessarily on his neck, but had the leash. So, and I'm like, okay, that's another option, right? Choices, right? Y'all like choices. I got the choice to make sure I'm paying attention to my child. Just go ahead and put this on them and follow. It is what it is. Y'all get the choice to do. See other parents fighting in the Walmarts with their daughter. I seen a video just the other day of some young ladies fighting on the subway. Fighting on the sub. I'm like, why are y'all? And it was, listen, I'm gonna just tell y'all the truth. I'm gonna just say it. It was an Asian family sitting down on one of the subway trains, not out here. Luckily it was just a video, and I wasn't there because I would have been highly offended. And it really don't really happen that much like here out in the Bay because we're used to this multicultural experience. But regardless, it was an Asian family just sitting down, and there was a reporter there, and the reporter saw these young women. And I'm not going to even identify what they look like, but y'all can decide what they. And they were screaming and yelling at them and saying all kind of craziness to a man, his wife, and their child. It was like 3 girls, and mad aggressive, yelling, smacking their hands in his face. I'm like, that's a man. They don't care. They don't care. They mad aggressive. But I digress. Because that stuff don't happen. Y'all don't ever see that type of stuff where a physical man and some women think they're going to yell and scream at him and thinking that they could beat him up. And he was sitting all calm because he's probably a docile individual. He probably doesn't have that type of temperament. And they was just yelling and screaming. I have the video. I ain't going to lie. I got the video. Well, I take that back. I might not have the video queued up right now. I take that back. I might not have that video queued up. Actually, I take it back. I do have the video. I take it back. I just check my screen. I do have the video, but I don't know if I should play it. Should I play the video? Y'all want to I have to make sure the video is no. I'm not gonna play that video. Y'all think I should play that video? I don't know. I'm I don't think I should play it. I don't think I should play it. And the reason why is because my curse jar is in effect, even with me on the screen, right? And I'm not gonna lie, those young ladies cursing, they curse in this particular video. Fantasy says just drop it so we can watch it. No, I'm not gonna drop the video. I'll save it. I might play it on Fight Club or something, but I'm not gonna play it right now. No, I might save it for Fight Club because listen, man, I'm doing so well. Watching my language, although I don't have to do that. Just using better words and the vulgarness of these young ladies. And I know if I open the panel, they gonna do it anyway. So I'm gonna get dinged anyway. But I don't want it to be because I dinged it, right? I don't want it because I dinged it. But I'm gonna just tell you, it's not good. It's not good. It's not good at all. And Fantasy, you in the chat, you one of my main culprits. You one of my main culprits when it comes to this actual curse jar. Oh, yes, she got a filthy mouth. Yeah, she has a filthy mouth. But Fantasy Island Girl, that's my girl. But she got a filthy mouth. I don't know if she got a Southerner's curse. I don't know what it is, but she got a filthy mouth. She cursed so much on a stream, she didn't even know she was doing it. I said, Fantasy, what did you do? She's like, what? What did I do? I said, you just cursed. She said, no, I didn't. I said, Fantasy, you talking to me? No, I didn't. I didn't. My Fantasy, don't make me go back and replay it. She cursed so much, she don't even know she do it. It's like Tourette's. She just blurted out. I'm like, God dang. So I think I'm gonna hold that video for Fight Club. Even though I might as well play it because I know if I open the panel, I'm gonna get ding, 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 ding. But none of my mods have found a system for me for this curse jar. Okay. Now Uncle Logic he got a blanket bar tab, okay? Because he got a sailor's mouth. He like, here go Neff. Take this money, Neff, because I can't say 3 words without cursing. Come on, Neff, it's me, it's on. So he just already get a running tab going. He already know what's gonna happen. But the rest of you, I ain't figured out a system for the rest of y'all yet. I'm gonna figure it out though. I'm gonna figure it out. Now, as promised, I'm not an expert in this field, but as promised, I'm going to continue to have this conversation, continue to bring things to light, continue to hopefully get you guys interested and that you research on your own. Okay? Hopefully you research on your own. But if not, don't be expecting me to do it. I'm not an expert in this field. Let me see here. That's my work. Yeah, I quit. Fire me. I'm joking. They ain't really say that. And shout out to my guy Don. He says for the swear jar. He said ninjas have poor vocabularies. Yeah, of course we know that. That's what it is. Shout out to Don. I appreciate the cab chat, fam. But the sad part is, it ain't gonna change. I'm trying to set a standard for us, right? I'm trying to show y'all that men can be here, go back and forth in conversation, and not have to curse every 3 or 4 words. Every time. I'm gonna be honest. My brother Thanos is here, and I don't believe I've actually heard him curse before. Actually, has Thanos cursed before? You know what? He might have did it one time when he got mad. I remember he might have did it one time when he got mad. But other than that, that brother's calm, cool, collective. It'll never be happening. I bring the rest of these sailors on the boat on the ship with us. Get up, come on board. They be putting up their own flags like it's my ship now, Captain. Like what's wrong with y'all? Where y'all come from? Texas? Oh, you from Texas, huh? Yeah, we be from Texas down here in Texas. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Brittany B's in the chat too. Uh-huh. Yeah. She got a sailor mouth too. Yep. Mm-hmm. I'll be catching every now and then. She thinks she's slick. But I'll be catching her. I see all my sailors in the chat right now. Y'all hot right now. I see y'all. Oh, let me get to this here. But so let us take a trip over to the continent of Africa. Now, I told you guys, in Africa, there's a lot of coups going on. There's a lot of leadership change that's going on. In Niger specifically, that's where a lot of this attention is centered. No, not Lagos, Nigeria. No, Robert, not Lagos, Nigeria. No, we're not necessarily speaking directly to the Nigerians right now, although they are implicated. I will tell you this, they are implicated. So by default, they are in this conversation. Not gonna lie. By default, they in this conversation. Not gonna lie to you. But two places in particular I want to talk about. Niger and Burkina Faso, right? Those two in particular. And the reason why is I don't even know how much of this video I'm going to play. So let me close this one out so I can simplify what I'm listening to. Yeah, there we go. There we go. You guys ready? You guys ready? Because yeah, I'm definitely going to play that video when we get to Fight Club. I'm going to play it for y'all. So y'all can see this nonsense. Let's get to it, all right? Now, only gonna play a little bit.
We start with that breaking news from Niger, where at least 17 soldiers have been killed in an ambush. The military leadership says that its troops were attacked by an armed group near the Tillaberi region. It also said its forces.
Now, you see that map? That map is important. These are a lot of the players, right? Yes, shout out to Peter the Investors. Yes, it is border. That's correct. That is correct. Now, there were at least 17 soldiers that are no longer here with us because they are in quite duress right now as they're trying to maintain control over the particular region and area. It comes with great risk. It comes with great risk, okay? And 17 of them have actually had a loss of life, right? That's a lot of people, y'all. Maybe not to y'all, it's a lot to me.
Has killed several of them, says that its troops were attacked by an armed group near the Tillaberi region. It also said its forces killed several of the fighters. Ahmed Idris is in the Nigerian town of Katsina. That's near the border with Niger. Ahmed, this broke just a few moments ago. What do you know at this early stage?
So essentially, right, this is important. They are in conflict with just a random group, right? We don't know if they planted there. We don't know if they're from, foreign people that plant people there and just don't want their hands involved. But they were attacked. They returned fire. They got rid of a lot of their, I would say, enemies, but they lost some of their soldiers in that particular fight, right? But as they're trying to control this region and maintain control, because remember how they got control was through a coup and all that kind of stuff and all this other stuff. And people are going to constantly challenge them. So they're constantly trying to maintain the control, right? And there's a loss of life. There's an actual battle that occurs when that happened. This reporter is actually speaking in a safer place where he can actually speak to what's going on.
Well, it's a continuation of the violence we see on the Niger, Mali, and Niger, Burkina Faso border. This attack happened days after another one that killed several Nigerian soldiers on the border with Burkina Faso. So it looks like the whole thing is spreading faster. Now, that's one of the main concerns of security analysts in the region about the continuing growth of coups in the region. If you look at Mali and Burkina Faso, despite the presence of mercenaries like Wagner on their territory, they still continue to face attacks from these armed groups allied to Al-Qaeda and ISIL that have been operating in that region for a long time. And now with this current attack, this is the fifth attack, by the way, in less than 3 weeks since the coup in Niger Republic. And the more these continue to go on, the less credible the statement by the military authorities in Niger that they have overthrown Mohamed Bazoum simply because of the deteriorating security situation in Niger. So it's
so deep, right? He said ISIS. He said other people that are bringing them under attack as they're fighting for this control. Like I said, there's a lot of proxy stuff going on as well. And I'm not particularly shocked by this, but I do not know what's going to happen, but I kind of have a feeling it's going to lean toward the W word. And that's a 3-letter word that I put on my thumbnail. I think it's going to happen, but I don't know when. There's sanctions placed upon them by I don't even know. I can't remember the name of the group right now. Starts with an E, but it's like their type of UN for their smaller place and whatnot. It'll hit me later, but they got sanctions planned against them. But listen, in these type of situations, strategy is important. And remember, the enemy of my friend is my friend, and my friend is my enemy. So like it's a chess going on here as people are trying to maintain power, control power, ally with some, ally with old enemies, things like this. And you have to use new strategies, right? So in particular, the leader, right? Now, mind you, thank you. There's a shout out to my chat gang. ECOWAS, right? They place sanctions upon them, and they have also indicated that they're willing to possibly show a level of force and whatnot, even though they have some, I would say, mercenaries that they've hired from Russia and whatnot. It's still going to be a lot of back and forth going on. It's still a lot of chaos going on right now. And because we're not feet down, boots on the land, we have to be relying on other sources and then just people that are there. So we're so grateful that the internet is so vast and that regular people, like we got, like where I'm from, like y'all got the Citizens app, right? I don't know. Maybe y'all got the Citizens app. I don't know how big that is, right? And whenever you go on that app, man, they just light up. We're all like citizens responding, recording things, saying, hey, this happened, was a fight down here on this street, et cetera, et cetera. It's no different. It's not specific. It's not specific yet. The Wagner group. Thank you, brother. Thank you. I'm trying to avoid certain words, but you know what? Who cares? Who cares? But I'm sure other people have their style of it. Other people have their style of it, and a lot of information. We're in the information age, so we're going to be kept apprised one way or another. And so it's getting interesting to me because we're seeing what's going on with Nair, and now we're kind of shifting. Where I want to shift to is what caught my eye is in Burkina Faso, right? And the reason why is because I believe their leader, he's like 33, 34, 35. He's very young. I think his name is Ibrahim. Don't ask me how to say these names. I'm not very good with them. He's young. He reminds me of like a video game player from James Bond. Don't laugh at me. He really does look like one of those, the ones from James Bond. He looked like one of those guys. I'm not joking. Okay? Yeah, it is Ibrahim or something like that, right? Peter Investor got it, right? Now, he does look like one of those characters with the little hat on and all that. Go turn on James Bond right now. Turn on your Nintendo 64. I'm old, all right? And you're going to see one of them characters look just like him. I'm serious. You go, listen, man, don't make me do it. Make me do it. Let's see. I'm not gonna what, but don't make me do it. Look, somebody said he is on GoldenEye. They look just like it. Forget just the game. Like just anytime you watching one of those shows or one of the movies, and they play those characters, he looked just like that. He looks just like it. I'm telling y'all. Okay, y'all think I'm joking. I'm not. Listen, Lisa. Listen, Lisa. I'm not joking. Let me see here. This is what this man look like. Man, y'all better stop playing. He look just like one of those movies. All right, I'm telling y'all, he looked just like him. I'm just telling y'all right now. That's what the case is, right? Now, our country is ran by old people. They ran by old people. Biden's old, Trump is old, most of Nancy Pelosi older than old. all of our country is ran by seniors, right? And that's one of the things I take in perspective when I realize you got to give respect to the old heads, because a lot of things that are in power and control is the old heads. They run things. And I was actually, and I told you guys this before, I was actually against an age restriction of the president. I felt, hey, if we vote for him as Americans, they should be able to have him. Now, I don't know if I thought 18, 21, 22, whatever the case is, right? But I'm like, dang, if the country votes for a 23-year-old, why shouldn't they be able to be the president, right? Now, I have since adjusted and understand why there's an age restriction, because there's quite a level of value on experience and time. And I understand that. But he is one of the youngest leaders, probably all over the world. I don't know if he is the youngest, but he's one of the youngest all over the world. And with young people like that, right, they become radical. They do things that people be like, yo, you did that? Yeah, I did. Man, y'all, who you show? Yeah, we got to do something. We got to do something different. Because if we want change, if we want to be the change, we have to do something vastly different, right? And so, and I think that that's what happens when you have young leaders. Because you know how some people use the same old tricks every single time? You know how some people have the same old tricks every single time. It never changes. You know what I'm talking about? Young people give you that different vibe, right? Let me see here. Close this one out. And we're going to speak to what he's doing with his leadership. This is what caught my eye. And this is what might catch your eye, okay?
Since 2020, West Africa has been a witness to a series of military coups. The most recent of these incidents occurred in Niger. Up until now, the responses from both the African Union and the Economic Community of West African States have ranged from imposing severe sanctions to displaying a certain level of indifference. Nonetheless, ECOWAS has opted for a more proactive approach to addressing the Niger coup and has issued a warning about potential military intervention if the deposed president is not reinstated.
Remember, I told y'all, ECOWAS, if you don't put back the leader that they put in power, they are potentially willing to have military intervention. So essentially saying, if you don't give me back my president, the one that I put in y'all country to run things for me while I'm abroad, it's going to be smoke. And right now, they not standing down. They not reinstating. They not standing down.
Despite this, ECOWAS has not been able to follow through on its threats of military intervention so far. Nevertheless, these threats from the regional organization have prompted neighboring countries of Niger to express their support for the new military regime in Niger. Niger supporters have included Algeria, Burkina Faso, Mali, and Russia, and it appears that ECOWAS enjoys the support of some of its member states, the United States, as well as prominent global entities like the UN and European Union.
Now, mind you, you heard some of the people that are connected to the Russia, Mother Russia, right? Then you look at on the other side, where ECOWAS has the support of whom? The United States. Like I said, somehow, some way, implications will exist. There's actually some things going on where the French government is very upset with our president, because he's sending some of our ambassadors or whatnot to negotiate, and they think it's some type of underhanded trick to establish relations behind their back. So listen, it's a lot of chess played right now. I'm just watching what's going on, and Burkina Faso, their leader is playing some chess right now, and it's a dangerous game. It's a very, very dangerous game that he's playing.
And possibly France. Interestingly, there's another nation that might potentially align itself with Niger. Since 2017, North Korea has faced UN sanctions, causing numerous countries to sever their ties with the.
Y'all know who that is. I don't know how we got. That's probably an old picture, though, because we've been using the old same recycled picture from this person for a long time because we can't really catch him, but that's what it is. Old friends become new friends. Old enemies become new friends.
Nation. Nevertheless, Burkina Faso surprised Western observers by re-establishing diplomatic relations with North Korea.
See that man? He looked like a video game character, or at least one of those actors in the movie. Tell me I'm wrong. Now, What he has done is he's shaped. Y'all know how you have the beehive? This man has rattled that thing. You know how you have the beehive? He rattled that thing. The man has rattled the beehive. He's decided to go against, mind you, Korea has so many sanctions around them that they've had to learn how to navigate in a world where they don't have support by a bunch of nations. And he's went and tapped them for opening up diplomatic conversations again. He's playing chess.
In March of 2023, Burkina Faso made public its decision to restore diplomatic ties with North Korea. As stated by the nation's foreign ministry, this move has been taken in order to maintain exemplary bilateral cooperation in several areas between the two countries. Burkina Faso had previously suspended its relations with North Korea in 2017 as a response to UN Security Council sanctions related to Pyongyang's nuclear weapons program.
See? So originally, when sanctions was placed on them, they said, all right, we're gonna have to sever our ties right now because y'all not getting food and certain resources and all this stuff. And we want to make sure our connections are still strong. We can't afford not to have these connections right now. Plus, the leaders that were in charge, that's part of they crew. So they don't mind. They put the leaders that they had and that they wanted anyway. So they didn't mind. This is going to get dangerous. Now, if you ask me, if I wanted to open up the door again to people that I closed the door to, what would I want in return? What am I hoping for?
As indicated by Foreign Affairs Minister Olivier Ruamba, the governments of Burkina Faso and North Korea are set to concentrate their efforts on various sectors, including military equipment, mining, healthcare, agriculture, and research. Furthermore, the Burkinabe government has given its approval for the appointment of a North Korean ambassador to Burkina Faso. Cha Hui-chol has received the endorsement as Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary of the Democratic People's Republic of Korea to Burkina Faso, with his official residence located in Dakar, Senegal, as outlined in a statement released by the Ministerial Council. While North Korea has maintained a notably reserved stance regarding Africa's instances of coups, the rekindled connection with Burkina Faso could potentially catalyze greater involvement in regional affairs. Despite being under sanctions, North Korea has been identified as a supplier of weaponry to several African nations, as outlined in a UN report.
What does that say? You know what that says? We still moving that work. Yeah, y'all put all them sanctions y'all want. We still moving that work. Yeah, put your sanctions out there, and we still gonna move this work. Look, we're gonna use the Underground Railroad. We gonna use the Underground Railroad, and we gonna move whatever we need to get this money. And certain countries said, "Hey, listen, go around back." You know how look, the Americans put the suit on, tie, they go through the front door. See, when they in cahoots and connected with people like this, go around back. They send you round back, and that's when they make the deal. You know how you slap the hand, drop that 20 off, and dip off. See, they bring the suitcase. In the suitcase, drop it off, and then I'm telling you, it's going to get very, very interesting out there. A lot of these chess moves are quite interesting. I don't know what to expect next. Unfortunately, what we know is going to happen is going to be a lot of loss of life. That's going to occur. Let's just be honest. It's going to occur. Now, let's talk about this. Let us talk about this. Now, I'm trying to think because I want to get to this other point. I want to get to this Peeping Tom or Karen thing. And I want to talk about this other thing. Let me think about it. You know what? We'll go Peeping Tom last. I want to talk about this first, right? Peeping Tom will be last. I'll get into that. I actually will probably open the panel then. Danger, right? Now, I want to talk about this. Y'all remember, what's her name? Ty, right? Y'all remember Ty, right? Ty's been on my show a few times. And when she was up here, she talked about men in particular being predators, right? I remember that. I remember her saying that. And Keisha was here too. And Keisha did something which a lot of women do in these conversations, which I don't mind, is they try to find a loophole in the conversation. But I'm not going to stand idly by and let you think you're going to be slick. No. I'm not going to let you think you can get away with this. She talked about the male, like she likes to use she likes to use the lion when she talks about male nature. The lion, males are predators by nature because a lion is a predator by nature, right? It's a funny thing. When also deemed to request the same action for the female lion, what occurred was this. Oh, I don't know nothing about the female lion. I only studied the biology of the male lion, right? Because she didn't want to discuss whether the female lion was a predator, right? Cool, not a problem. Not a problem at all. This whole thing about love, right? Men can't love and all this stuff is rather disrespectful. But because anybody can pick and choose, what love means to them, they think they can get away with this stuff. To men, you got to compartmentalize a lot of love, right? To me, love means a lot of things, but to me, the ultimate sacrifice for someone else is one of the greatest examples of love, in my opinion. Because most of y'all, y'all don't want to not be here no more. Y'all love this planet. Y'all love going on y'all trips. Every woman I meet say she travel. All y'all say the same thing. Am I lying? Fellas in the chat, if every woman y'all talk to, when you ask them what they like to do, tell me, just put a 1 in the chat if they all say they like to travel. Just put a 1 in the chat if they all say they like to travel. All these women we run into, I love to travel. I travel. I like to travel. Ooh, I want to travel. Fly me out. Nah, it ain't gonna happen. Ain't gonna happen. Oh, shout out to my bro Donnell for the Cash App. I see you, bro. Appreciate you. It ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen. Y'all not about to pull a fast one on us. See, Keisha, you was here and you thought you was slick. But see what happens when you're dealing with Aaron on the Aaron O show is I could start a show whenever I want. And I can sit back and think I was probably too kind in letting you just say anything. So we gonna revisit this stuff, right? Now, last time I had Keisha up here, because she also don't want to acknowledge that these women are predators, right? I asked what type of, you know what she goes for? She goes for like an herbivore. She want to pick an herbivore. What about the females be herbivores? They want to use insects. They want to pick an insect. Well, what about the females? The females are the insects. No, y'all not no insects. Y'all ain't no herbivores. And here's the sad part. Y'all don't only get to be one type of animal, apparently. So why pick an insect? Why not pick something else? Why not pick something aggressive? Like you pick, see, y'all specialize in picking the male lion for men when y'all want to talk about our nature. So what I'm going to do is say, y'all women come in many shapes and forms. Y'all special. Y'all the divine goddess. So y'all can be all different shape, forms, and type of animals. Yes, y'all can, right? Now, one thing I want you guys to know, and I'm not going to even get in depth on this show about this. I'm not going to get in depth on this show about this in particular, but I just want you guys to know I'm a millennial, by the way. For a lot of you who don't know, I'm a millennial. Now, there's a report that will tell you that millennial dads are tripling the time spent with their kids compared to their fathers. Tripling the time. And if you guys want, you can actually just Google that. If you want to read it, if you want to look over it for yourself, because I'm not going to do it this show. I just want you guys to know. If you type in millennial dads are tripling the time spent with their kids, you'll get an article and you'll be able to read such things. But I want you to know that these narratives that they're putting out there, I keep telling y'all, they're not talking about us. They're talking about older generation. They're using that old data. That's what they be doing to try to fit their narrative in their point, right? Now, all this love stuff, men are not capable of love, right? I hear y'all saying this stuff. It's rather offensive, especially when you think all the things men are willing to do. All the things the men are willing to do, it's rather offensive. I just want you guys to know that. It's rather offensive. And I wish you guys would stop pretending like that's even close to true. That's right, Brittany B. You're 100% right. But the sad part is only a few of you actually know that. Only a few of you actually know that's what it is, right? That's what it is, Keisha, all for the box. Okay. Well, I know you don't realize that there are a bunch of men that don't get none of that and still do things in life, right? I know you think that's what defines a man because it sounds good that y'all have a new leader that teach y'all this stuff. Go ahead. And listen, and when that leader tell y'all to drink, I ain't gonna say no names. When that leader says, he gonna give you a nice speech and say, all right, everybody get your drinks. And y'all drink and then y'all fall out. That's on you. Don't say we didn't tell you. Don't say we didn't tell you. I'm going to play this video because it's an important video because I want you to understand this. I want you to understand, right? This video, I want you to listen to the video and pay attention to the video, okay? Pay attention. I'm going to play the sound for this one.
Oh, God, oh, God, oh, God. Oh, my God. Oh, no, oh, no, oh, no. Oh, oh, my God.
Keep going. Keep going.
Oh.
Look at the glass melting up there. Orlando melting.
They need to get him. Oh, Jesus. Oh, God. Oh, God. Hell, he can jump from there. I mean, good grief.
I'll be jumping, man.
They need to move that truck up. Oh, my God.
I don't know why they're not evacuating this.
I think that we probably should be going.
It's like time to evacuate the
Let's go for it, man.
Hell yes. Oh, thank Jesus. Thank you, God. Oh, my God. Oh, no, my God. Oh.
You guys see that video? Did you see that video? Did you see it? Did you guys notice what I noticed? Did you notice? Don't worry. If you don't understand what just occurred, I'm going to explain it to you. Shout out to my brother KGY for the Cash App, bro. Appreciate you. I'm going to explain what just occurred so y'all can get a better understanding of the so-called male mind or male brain, right? And this is a part of compartmentalizing, right? Which we're incapable of because we're not that smart, right? What you saw was a video of it. Mainly women. I mostly heard women voices filming, watching somebody stranded on a high up building, screaming, oh my God, oh my God, somebody help him, somebody help him. Now you see this building is entrenched in fire. And you see a human being. Maybe you don't see a human being, but I do, right? And you see the level of danger that they're in. And what you see is a bunch of women, in particular, deciding to pull out their phone and scream, "Oh my God, someone help him, while recording, right? Now, in that same thought process, I want you to pay attention and realize that a man, these men that y'all laugh and all, remind you that person that's stranded on that building is somebody's brother, somebody's son, somebody's family member. You can just imagine and replace that person for one of your family members if you like. And you can have one of your family members be the woman that's recording with the other women behind her screaming and yelling. And you'll see a man risk his life to save somebody else. Don't know him. Don't know him. Now, mind you, human beings are not natural protectors, right? Human beings naturally care about themselves. They want to save themselves, right? Y'all know that thing y'all say, flight or flight, whatever y'all want to say. People going to save themselves. But then you have men. You can look up how many men are actually firefighters if you want, but don't waste your time because you already know the answer. Willing to run towards, listen, willing to run towards, they are willing to run towards danger, to be in peril, to save somebody else that they don't know. These non-caring, non-capable, loving human beings, because men can't do it. They're incapable of it. And so why do they do it? It's ego. It's their ego. It's their job. I would think when it comes to saving people's lives, I'm not talking about being a surgeon, right? Because we all know the majority of people who are surgeons, right? We're not going to have that battle right now. You can say self-preservation, fam. That's cool. I accept that answer. You'll have somebody willing to expose their lungs, life, to run to danger, to save someone else. And these be the people, oh, they're incapable. They're only doing that because it's their job. I know a lot of y'all got jobs, don't even know how to do y'all jobs. Y'all not even good at y'all jobs. Y'all just there. And y'all dang show ain't signing up for these jobs. There's a level of gratitude that y'all tend to not have for these people. And honestly, it's rather sickening to me. But I'm not shocked. I'm not shocked. Because the shaming always happens. Oh, you must be gay then. It never ends. But we know every time there's danger, there's peril, there's a potential loss of life, we know who's going to be the ones that's going to step forward. We know who's going to be the ones that y'all willing to say, go ahead, protect mommy. Go ahead, save the world. We know what y'all going to say, right? But because y'all don't see these videos enough, y'all don't know how much this happens. But y'all hear the screaming, don't y'all? Y'all hear the screaming, right? Let me play it again. Maybe y'all didn't hear it. Let me play it again.
Oh God, oh God, oh God.
Oh God, oh, God, oh God.
Oh no, oh no, oh no. Oh, oh my God.
Keep going, keep going.
Oh.
Look at the glass melting up there.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
They need to get him.
Get him.
Oh Jesus.
Keep recording.
Oh God. Oh God. Hell, he can jump from there. I mean, good.
He can jump from there.
Good grief.
I'll be jumping, man.
They need to move that truck up. Oh my God.
You see how calm they are?
I don't know why they're not.
The fire looks all controlled.
I think that we probably should be going.
It's like time to evacuate the
Jump for it, man.
Hell yes. Oh, thank Jesus. Thank you, God.
Thank you, Jesus. Thank God. Yeah, God is a man, apparently, to y'all. He is a
Oh
man.
my God.
Huh?
Oh no, oh my God.
Now, Brittany B, I will put you in timeout for the disrespect. There are dudes there, but they're not screaming. They're not screaming. They're calm. They identify the dangers, but they're calm. And then the other men, because let's be clear, there are different types of men. Not all men are the same, although you guys like to believe so. Quite interesting what people are willing to do while others are willing to record. I will say things that I'm not willing to do, and I'll record it. Just like when somebody's in trouble, they go on Facebook Live instead of actually calling 911. Instead of actually trying to resuscitate someone, they called. Like, everything is like record. Oh my God, check what just happened, y'all. But these are the people that y'all say are incapable of what they're incapable, okay? I'm not about to read all your other comments, Brittany B, okay? Because one, you type too fast, and I can't read that fast. Shout out to Miss Lauren. She says, just showing love. I'm still working and listening to the show. Get some water. Oh, don't worry. The show, we're going to get it rocking. Well, we're going to get it rocking, but we're going to do it right. Because we're not about to have this lady, Ty, running around talking about men are not capable. Men don't, they are predators, all these things, right? But when it's time to tell the truth about the other side, y'all don't expose it right. See, y'all like to talk about the women being the insects. Oh, they're with insects. They're harmless. The queen bee. The queen bee. All those bees come to the queen. She's the matriarchy. Y'all like to use harmless insects for when you're describing y'all, because y'all don't want to talk about the type of predators that y'all are. But you know what? I'm not ashamed to do it. I'm not ashamed to do it. I'm not ashamed at all. Because y'all the mother bear. Y'all the mama bird. Y'all the mothers, okay? Y'all the females that are in charge of the family, and y'all churring. Y'all love the children, and y'all the ones that will never hurt a fly. It's the men that are the problems in society. It's the men, the males. They're the predators. Okay. Well, I'm going to be honest with you. See, what y'all like to do is this. Y'all want to use lions. And let me tell y'all why y'all want to use lions. And it's actually not it's not actually the right animal to attribute to males, actually, in my opinion, right? But we'll get to that in a second. See, when y'all want to discuss, oh, just me, I'm not confused. When y'all want to discuss males, y'all say lions. Y'all want to discuss women, y'all say whatever eats grass. Whatever animal eats grass, those are the women. They eat grass. Those are the women. They're harmless. It's the men that are the problem. Well, there's all type of things that mothers do that y'all don't talk about. Y'all don't believe me? I'll show you some. Guess what? Ooh. Ooh-wee. That right there, y'all. Oh, no. No, don't ask me to chill. The smoke is up. Now, that right there, my friends, are what the mothers that y'all talk about are so capable of. All that love that exists. Mm-hmm. Yeah, huh? All that love, huh? Uh-huh, Keisha. I know. Yeah, y'all saw what mothers are willing to do, huh? Yeah. Oh, yes. Y'all like to talk about us being lions and stuff, right? But y'all get to be all the most harmless things, huh? Because y'all like to eat grass. No, we're going to appropriately attach the things that's most attachable to y'all as well. Y'all get to be hyenas. Yes, y'all get to be, if we get to be lions, right, which are apex predators, right? It's important that you understand that. Apex predators, right? Those are lions. Let me tell you something else. Hyenas are also apex predators. And you know who's in charge of the hyenas? Those lovely females that y'all talking about. I know y'all like to talk about male nature. There's female natures, and you know what I heard? Yeah. Y'all run the one of the most vicious gangs in all of the world, the hyena gang. That's y'all. So we can be the lion if y'all claim, and y'all the hyenas. Yes. Y'all the hyenas. We ain't gonna let y'all get away with we are insects. We're queen bee. We're the ant queen and all this, and we're harmless. It's the males that are the problem. Look at their nature. Oh yeah, y'all hyenas. Look at their nature. Apex predators. At the top of the food, go ahead and look it up. The apex predators. If y'all think yeah, that's what these hyenas are. Apex. Now, let me help y'all out. Because y'all have to be that way, whether the man, because y'all the hyenas. Oh, yeah, it's run by y'all women. Yes. And y'all that aggressive. They so vicious and aggressive. So vicious and aggressive. A man don't need to make y'all be that way either. Y'all that way on your own. It's in your nature to be vicious and aggressive. And I'm tempted to play that video to show y'all this stuff. But that's for Fight Club, to show y'all this disgusting behaviors that persist in y'all. But see, y'all so wrong. And let me tell y'all why y'all wrong. If you want to properly Ty in particular, Keisha in particular, if you want to properly ascribe something to the males, and if y'all want to use us males, because remember, we're all humans. So if we get to be a lion, you a hyena. Now, I don't think that's the actual best comparison, but I actually think there's a better comparison for the men. And it's actually probably the most accurate. It's actually the most accurate in my opinion. And I'm going to show you which ones that we are. We are more likely to be more comparable to a comparison to in particular a primate, right? In particular a primate, right? And in particular, one of these primates. We're more likely to be compared to one of these. And I'll show you why. Here, if you watch, you will see one of the gorillas attacking another, right? Right there. That's an attack, right? Just run, the baby's on the back and there's an attack. You see that? Now, once that attack occurs, pay attention. That there is the silverback gorilla. That there is the silverback gorilla, okay? That is what you would claim to be the alpha male. What that alpha male does there is de-escalates the situation and doesn't attack. All it does is holds the other one down until they relax. That's all that happens. That is more of an appropriate animal to compare us to. It's actually more appropriate, right? Try walking around with your family. Walking around with your family, your kids, your man, you, and that's the same thing. Just how it works. So I know you like to use a comparison of a lion, but that's actually not the best and most appropriate comparison. It's actually more of a comparison of gorillas. And let me tell you something about gorillas that they don't want to talk about because it will actually make your argument look bad. They're actually not that aggressive. They actually are not predators by nature. They actually are communal. Yes, they're very family oriented. Yes, they're communal, if anything. Yes, they run into groups. Yeah, there's the silverback that runs the show, got his brothers, whatever the case is. There's usually a woman or two there, and then the small kids and whatnot. That is more of the appropriate thing to attach to us males. So when y'all keep trying to use lines, I suggest you stop and use the gorillas, especially the silverback gorillas, and when you're making an appropriate comparison, which will undermine your story because y'all hyenas are actually the apex of predators, and y'all hyenas. Yeah, y'all don't get to be bees and spiders and all these harmless ones and then try to attribute that to the males. No, we be the silverbacks. And look it up. Go ahead and look up their nature. Look up if they're aggressive. Look up if they're a predator. Look them up. Look them up. You'll find that they not none of that. And you'll find they actually are the most appropriate, because you can make a claim that men can be violent, just like a gorilla can, have the propensity for it, willing to do it to protect their people, no problem. But the large majority of y'all walk around on a day-to-day basis and nothing happens to y'all. I've been streaming for a year and a half at least. I see what's going on here. Moderators, please time out Kylie Bev consecutively for the disrespect. Thank you very much. Make that consecutively. I'm not playing no games today. Now, I hate to tell you, that's more of an appropriate thing to attach to us, okay? Now, you may not like it, but you're a hyena anyway. We don't care. We don't care for what you hyenas think. I would say, for the ones that listen to me, we are more of apes or gorillas. We have the propensity to do a lot of damage. But in general, we walk around calm, cool, and collective. Now, just because y'all want to fake a narrative about men that ain't real, because it ain't. Most of us not locked up. Most of us not in jail. We walking around day to day. We walk past people all the time. Don't talk to y'all. Don't say nothing to y'all. Mind our business. Ain't nobody catcalling y'all. Most of y'all ain't. Y'all wish y'all get a cat call. So don't try to give me an inappropriate attachment to an apex predator. No, I went and found the correct one. Now, you'll find a man that'll say, I'm a lion if you want, but it's an inappropriate one to do. Okay? It is what it is. Now that you hear the truth, because that is what it is, the truth, you can now operate accordingly. Okay? And that diatribe was attributed to Miss Lauren Mack because she holding me down. Got the water game going. Now, let me just tell you, that's just what it is. Now, I'm going to tell you that I am willing, if Keisha believes that she disagrees, then I'm willing to drop the link so she can come up here and tell me where I'm wrong at. I don't know where the likes are. But I'm hopeful that somebody knows how to hit the like button. Moderators, please don't stay on top of those likes. Where are we at on these likes? They always do me dirty when it comes to these likes. Okay, don't let them do it to me. Don't let them do it to me, okay? Make sure them get the likes up. Granville's in the building says, women are like insects. They are the praying mantis. With all, eat her mate and even own children. She will even eat herself. Gang. I think they hyenas, but I'm willing to concede a good amount of them are probably praying mantises. But I think they hyenas. I ain't gonna lie. I think they hyenas. They make the other ones go out, do their dirty work, and then they come in and eat all the food. They hyenas. Think about it. Men need to go out and work and bring home the food so I can eat it. Hyenas. Yep, definitely hyenas. But there are a few of them that are praying mantises because, as we just saw, it's in their nature to drop their little babies off from the nest. And unfortunately, they don't land on their feet. Unfortunately, they don't land on their feet. So it is what it is, okay? Now, that's just for Miss Keisha and Miss Ty with the disrespect, all right? You're going to be a hyena if you're going to claim that we lions. I claim that we're more like gorillas. That's my claim. If you want to debunk it, if you want to fight it, I'm prepared to have the conversation. You're not prepared for that, okay? It is what it is. Now, I advise you to stand down and not get this smoke. But you're not going to be up here talking about y'all herbivores and we eat grass and we not violent, we not predators. Y'all apex predators. You'll stab a man in his back and take the children with you. And for the rest of y'all down with the gorillas. Y'all down with us, so y'all part of our crew. So I ain't speaking of those women. But the other women that are hyenas, I know exactly who we talking about. Truth is the truth. Truth is the truth. And I can't fake it. I can't fake it. Now, shout out to Timeout. Now it's about to get a little interesting. Timeout says, supporting Aaron, triggering people. I'm not triggering nobody. I'm telling the truth. It's what I do. I'm telling the truth. They lied. Now, I prove that they liars. But at the same time, sometimes I want to reinforce. And y'all hearing all these narratives. So when y'all have the time and they say these things, I want you guys, when appropriate, it doesn't mean you have to be overly combative, right? When appropriate, I want you to, hey, Miss April, I want you to let them know, no, we not lions. We the gorilla gang. We gorillas. And if you need more information on why, I'm happy to back that up for y'all, okay? But for now, we ain't giving them hyenas no more ammo. If they want the smoke, they're going to pull up and get it. But I'm telling you now, they don't want it. They don't want it, okay? Now, let's move on to something a little more interesting, or at least that I found interesting, that I'm going to bring to the people. But before we move on, I want to make sure y'all remember what's in these women's nature, okay? Just make sure y'all remember. One more time so y'all can pay attention, okay? One more time. Woo-wee. Look, they said the mothers don't play, didn't they? They said mothers don't play. That's what they meant. They said, I ain't gonna play with you. What's their favorite line? I brought you into this world, I'll take you out. I don't know if y'all heard it, but I heard it. I brought you into this world and I'm gonna take you out. Keisha, you might want to stand down. You don't want that smoke. Don't even waste your time. You know I don't come to play. Now listen, it is what it is, but that's how they moving. That's how they moving. They want to talk about the men. We're going to talk. We're going to talk. But y'all not about to run around unless y'all going to admit y'all the praying mantis or the hyena. You get both options. I see y'all more as hyenas, but y'all could be the praying mantis. No, Ali, we not being fair. We not being fair. Because I'm going to just tell you this now. They say it too, Ali. You might get coin it from them, but they say it too. And the difference is the man actually more capable of doing it anyway. Let's be honest. She tell you when you 15, Ali, you know what you could do. But we're not going to get into that, okay? We're not going to get into that. I'm going to let them breathe. I'm going to let them breathe, okay? Let them breathe because they over here lying about us, especially Ty, and it's okay. Y'all expect Ty to lie about us, okay? But I'm not going to let y'all fall, okay? I'm going to stand up for us when it's time. I'm going to stand up when it's time. Now, let me get to this other part of the conversation now. Now, this one is going to be interesting. I'm going to just tell y'all this now. I'm not exactly sure what to expect from you guys on this, but it's going to challenge y'all perspective. It is going to challenge your perspective. because it challenged mine like crazy. Turn it up. Callie Bev, so why she timed out again? Moderators, time out Callie Bev one more time consecutively. All right. I don't know why she did, because this ain't no game. Give me 1 second, y'all. I'll be right back. All right, gang, we are back. And I want to hear from the ladies on this one, because this one right here is quite interesting. And this, I'm telling y'all, I want to hear y'all thoughts.
Kind of neighborhood watch. Residents of a downtown high-rise say they have seen enough.
And when police and building management said they couldn't help, they contacted WGN's Ben Bradley.
At first glance, it's a downtown dream.
The location is great. It's really close to the beach. It's close to Michigan Avenue.
But 2 years after buying this condo.
So here is.
So this young lady right here. This young lady right here getting to that bag. All right. She independent. She don't need a man. Okay. She bought a condo downtown. You know how expensive it is to buy a condo downtown in Daly City? She bought a condo. She get into that bag. She get into that bag. You know what I'm saying? So she bought her a condo, feeling good, living life. I don't need a man. INDEP. She independent, living solo dolo. But she get into it. She bought her a condo, okay? She thought she was living life. Downtown, the view, she loving it. Yeah, Miss Independent. That's why. Yes, go ahead and be independent. Go ahead. Look, do you see? Look at that. Look at that weather. It just looks so nice out there. Nobody got a jacket on. It's beautiful. Beautiful people. She spent that bag for that condo, and now she living it. Go ahead.
But 2 years after buying this condo.
So here is my moving out corner with my stuff pretty much packed up.
Caitlin Bernarski has yet to unpack.
I have my full dining set in here. I'm constantly contemplating leaving.
That's because her view feels violating.
Normally your drapes are always closed.
Yeah.
So let's see what you see when you open them up. And there he is.
Yep, right there.
Now, mind you, this woman says in her beautiful condo, or whatever she bought, she said, this is what she said. My drapes are usually closed. My drapes are usually closed. That's her claim, okay? See through you. Just pay attention, darling. You'll catch it in just a second. Her drapes are usually closed. Just want you guys to pay attention. It's usually closed.
We've blurred the video, but can confirm the 70-ish neighbor in an apartment directly across the street was wearing nothing except his white gym shoes.
But now there's a gentleman, 70-ish, in the building across, adjacent, whatever you want to say, right? He's in his home and he's wearing nothing. He's wearing nothing. Okay, it is what it is. That's what he wearing nothing. All right. Yes, yes. Is that my girl? Yes, 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 Natasha. He's in his home. She in her home. She opened the blinds or whatever the case is.
Across the street was wearing nothing except his white gym shoes. But the view doesn't end there. Caitlin told us what she told police.
What does he typically do?
So 24/7, he's nude in his unit, but for 10 to 15 minutes a day, he will go near the windows and he will expose himself and touch himself.
All right, so I want you guys to pay attention. She said, listen to guys, write this down, take notes, fellas. I want y'all to show you how to break this down and truly listen to a woman, which is probably a bad idea for most of us, but let's just truly listen to a woman. She said 24/7, he is usually not wearing anything. However, for 10 to 15 minutes, he'll wear something. That's what she said. For 24/7, that's how he is 24/7. Now, mind you, that's all day. That's what she said. Write that down, y'all. Fellas, I want to show y'all something. Write that down, 24/7. But for 15 minutes, he might wear something, right? Pay attention. Pay attention, fellas.
Other neighbors have noticed as well.
From the time I reported it to my building, I began keeping a log.
From the time that she reported, she began keeping a log. Pay attention, guys. She keeps a log.
Neighbors have noticed as well.
From the time I reported it to my building, I began keeping a log.
This woman who asked that.
And look at that log. It got dates. It got time. She got good penmanship too. I wonder what she do for a living. HR?
We conceal her identity, kept a log during the pandemic.
Hey, listen. Hold on.
This woman who asked that we conceal her identity kept a log during.
Listen, I ain't gonna front. She got her nails did. Hair done, nails done, everything done. She got it done, so she taking care of herself. Give her some credit, okay? Give her some credit. She got her nails done. All right.
In the pandemic. By her count, the man exposed himself on at least 68 different times in a 10-month span, sometimes multiple times a day.
And there'd be times that he would make eye contact with me or hold up a sign of some kind. And then he would walk with me. Like if I would go into my bedroom, he would go into his other room so he could.
So just pay attention. At times, he would lock eye contact with her. He would lock eye contact with her. And if she changed rooms, he would follow her to another room. That's the claim here. This is the claim.
And then he would walk with me. Like if I would go into my bedroom, he would go into his other room so he could follow.
Yep, there he is. Looking into my unit and touching himself.
The ladies have recorded videos posted.
Now pay attention. This lady has recorded video saying, yep, there he is. Yep, there he is doing something. Interesting, right?
Signs in the window asking him to stop, and they've called the cops repeatedly. Police reports, quote,
filled out a bunch of police reports, right? Filled out a bunch of police reports. Filled out a bunch of police reports, put up signs saying, please stop, man. Please stop. This is what's going on here.
With them telling officers the man exposed himself and has done it approximately 70 previous times. When spotted, they say he has waved and on one occasion held up a sign saying, come over.
So this is what happened. They got signs up. They look at him. He waves. Hi. He waves. They look at him. He waves, right? Then they say stop. They got all these signs up. They got all these reports for him, right? Pay attention.
There's no legal obligation to do anything. The police.
Sign saying, come over.
There's no legal obligation to do anything. The police come in. They say we can't do anything. He's in the privacy of his own home. Nobody wants to see that.
Caitlin confronted the man 6 months ago.
You can do whatever you want in your own house, but nobody else wants to see that.
Caitlin, who I'm sure is terrified, decides I'm going to confront him. I'm going to tell him about himself, okay? And so she confronted him, and she brought a camera to record him. And she said, you can do whatever you want, but nobody wants to see that. I repeat, you can do whatever you want, but nobody wants to see that.
And 6 months ago,
You can do whatever you want in your own house, but nobody else wants to see that. Don't wave at me, don't look at me, don't come to the window, nobody else wants to see that.
Don't wave at me, don't look at me. This is what she's saying.
Don't wave at me, don't look at me, don't come to the window, don't go in the afternoon. Nobody wants to see that.
he said he understood, but was back in his birthday suit when we visited a few weeks ago.
You got dang right he in his birthday suit. You got dang right he in his birthday suit. He's 70 plus. What Jay-Z said, we 40 plus. So he 40 plus doing what he do. He wearing button up and all that. He 40 plus. This man's 70-ish. He got his house too. He spent his bag too. He earned his right to be down there. And she confronted him, and he doing what he do. And he said, like a good person that don't want no problems, just living their life, minding their business. He said, okay, I'll stop. And then he left her alone and went about his life. He didn't want to talk to her. Get up out of there.
Said he understood, but was back in his birthday suit when we visited a few weeks ago.
This is what he does. Yep.
We showed the video to Maggie Mendenhall Casey, who formerly prosecuted public indecency cases for the Cook County State's Attorney's Office.
Not gonna lie, them is some moisturized lips. Shout out to you. They went to somebody that used to prosecute cases for indecency, right? This is who they went to. She's an expert in this field. All right.
Disagrees with what Caitlin said police told her, that this man's actions aren't criminal because he's in his own home.
A public place under the law doesn't have to be outside. It can be in your home if you're someplace that you can reasonably be expected to be seen.
He's in his own home.
A public place under the law doesn't have to be outside. It can be in your home if you're someplace that you can reasonably be expected to be seen by others.
This is key. This is key. A public place can be in your home if it's somewhere that is reasonably expected to be visible or not private, right? That's what she claimed, right? That's what she said.
In your home if you're someplace that you can reasonably be expected to be seen by others.
Okay, reasonably expected to be seen by others is the phrase, okay? Cool.
You think he's putting on an intentional show?
I do. I think he's an exhibitionist. This is what he wants people to see.
I think the video plus more than one person complaining on more than one occasion would, in my opinion, as a former prosecutor, substantiate the case.
Okay, so she says, mind you, as a former prosecutor, I think her complaining and then more people complain is enough to substantiate the case. Because if she complains and more people complain, it's within reason. It's within reason.
Daily nightmare, I would say. Yeah.
After several years of getting an eyeful, these women say they feel powerless.
Man, look at those detailed notes, y'all. I bet y'all didn't even, when y'all was in college, I bet y'all didn't even have, look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Look at that. Look, man, bullet points, numbered, perfect handwriting, okay? I can't believe this. Man, listen, you're not going to pull a fast one on her. You're not going to pull a fast one on her. I hate to tell you, she's good.
I do feel it's a form of sexual harassment, yes.
Say they feel powerless.
I do feel it's a form of sexual harassment, yes.
So she says they feel powerless, and she does feel it's a form of harassment, the sexual harassment. Okay, that's what she claimed. Yes, it does. That's what she said.
We can't do anything. We're stuck like this.
Should we just go in? Let's just go in.
Now, this is the news reporter. This is the news reporter that decided I'm a holler at him.
I'm Ben Bradley from WGN.
Yeah.
Hi.
We had a
now check him out. Check Bull out. Clothes, shirt on. He got his shirt on and everything. So check him out. He's doing the interview. He's having a conversation with his clothes on.
fully clothed encounter outside his building.
What do you say to your neighbors who say they have asked you in every way possible to stop?
Well, put the blinds down.
Well, why don't you?
Well, put the blinds down.
Shout out the boy. He said, he asked, what do you say to your neighbors that have asked you to stop? He says, put the blinds down. He says, put the blinds down.
Well, why don't you put your blinds down?
Well, that's what I'll do.
We're obscuring his face and not using his name because he hasn't been charged with a crime. He told us he'd stop, but remember, he said that.
How do you think that makes a 20-something-year-old? And you kept doing it. I mean, how do you, they've asked you to stop repeatedly. You know that, right?
He said, they've asked you to stop repeatedly. You know that, right? Yeah.
Well, yeah, last year.
Yeah. And you kept doing it. I mean, how do you think that makes a 20-something-year-old woman feel?
Now, the question is, how do you think this makes a 20-something-year-old woman feel? That's the question.
To look out her windows every day and see you naked.
Don't answer that.
Everybody has complained. Everybody knows him. This is not a secret. This is not just us. It impacts everybody.
Now, I'm interested. What do you guys think? Who's right? Who's wrong? What would you guys do in this situation? Now, I'm going to give you my thoughts. I believe she spent a good amount of money for her condo downtown, in which when you spend that type of money, you expect to get the experience. It comes with spending a certain level of money. It is what it is. So my question is, since she spent her money, he spent his money, who's in the wrong? So you know what? Let me put a poll up to find out what you guys think. Who's in the wrong? Let's just get a baseline of what you guys think. I'll tell you what I think. See, what I think, and I'm going to be honest with y'all, I think she should go to jail. I think she should go to jail. At least spend a couple days in there. It's my best guess. Spend a couple days in jail. And I'm going to tell you the reasons why. No, you don't get another option, PC. Either he's wrong or she's wrong. Pick one. See, I think she should go to jail because, I think she's stalking him. I absolutely think she's stalking him. I think she should be forced out of her condo and forced to move by a judge's order. Because I think she's stalking him. One, from the beginning of the video, remember I told you guys take notes, listen to women, understand what they're saying, pay attention. She said, my blinds, or whatever you call those, are usually closed. They're usually closed. That's what she said. So they're usually closed, right? Then she said, when she opens them, though, she sees him in his home doing some of the stuff y'all be doing, walking around, feeling relaxed, comfortable. When I'm in my own home, I should at least get some privacy in my own home, okay? When I go outside, when y'all go outside, y'all got to say things like, what's your pronouns? What do you want me to call you? What do you go by? Were you born? Never mind. I'm in the privacy of his own home, right? He should expect at least a level of understanding that this is what I do in my home. Now, the reason why I say she should be locked up is twofold. One, you cannot say he needs to close his blinds when you said your blinds are usually closed. Second, you stalking him because you keep tabs. You write down everything. You write down everything. Like you got timestamps every time you stare at him, you write it down. Seems a little stalkerish to me. Seems a little stalkerish to me. This is my opinion. April says, my child walked past when you said go to jail, and my child said, wonderful. Listen, she's staring through his window intentionally. She's intentionally staring through his window so she can document data, so she can fill out police reports. She said it's a form of harassment. That's a false report. He didn't harass her in any way. Every time she closes her blinds, she sees nothing. It's like me, right? Let's just say you in your home, right? I walk by and look in your window and you ain't wearing nothing. I go, I'm calling the cops. That's not how it works. Wouldn't I be the one harassing you because I'm staring through your window? And then here's the thing that gave it away. She said, sometimes we lock eyes. What does that mean? You looking at him. You locking eyes with him. It's your intentions behind that. It's your intentions behind it. You the peeping Tom. We're going to call you Peeping Karen. You trying to take down this 70-year-old man who's lived his life. He grind, got his Social Security, bought his home, paid it off. You just bought your home, so now you think you something. Now, what does your man say about this? Oh, D, you think I'm off on this one? Well, hit the link. Go ahead and hit the link if you think I'm off on this and prove your point. I'm expecting some level of disagreement. Prove your point. Show me how. Show me how I'm off on this one. Go ahead. You can hit the link, D. Go ahead. Go ahead, hit the link and tell me how I'm off. What you guys think? 80% of people say she's in the wrong. I'm just wondering what did her man say when they had the conversation? What did her man say when they had the conversation? That's what I'm wondering. Shout out to Just PC. Shout out to Just PC. And shout out to my guy, Kobe Jordan. Says, after watching this video, Aaron, I went from 62% simp to 95% incel. I'm trying to explain this to you. And so now, D says, I'm off. So, D, I'm waiting for you to tell me why I'm off. Tell me what I'm wrong about, D. I'm curious. Because to me, she's doing the stalking. She's writing reports on him. She's writing down documents, staring at him intentionally because she normally has her blinds closed. So when you make an intentional action to leave the blinds closed and then open them, that's your intentions. Then she looks there. That's her intentions. So tell me how I'm off, D. Because the way I see it, I'm pretty much on point right now. She's the one at fault, at risk, claiming harassment. She been watching him, and she got all the choice. She got all the choice to stay away from that man. She ain't never got to be bothered with, because when she see him outside, as the reporter did, he had clothes on. When she seen him outside of his home, he had the clothes on. When he's in his home, he doing what he want. Just like y'all do what y'all want in y'all home. Well, this is why we can't trust people. This is why we can't trust people, right? Because you'll do something like this and do people dirty. You'll do people dirty. And y'all want to see him sink. Shadow Dragon, what up? Says, imagine if she was a man and that was a woman. A man wouldn't be able to be saying, like, I feel harassed. We wouldn't be able to get away with no stuff like that. Look, that's like in their vocabulary just to throw out there. Yeah, in this harassment. Yeah, I feel that way. Yeah, there's nothing preventing you. Wind Chime says, but Aaron, usually it's not till somebody notices something strange or problematic when they start keeping track of things. I don't care when you start keeping track of things. I don't care when you start keeping track of things that bother you. I could keep track of how many garbage cans are out in a public street that I don't like. Oh, Wind Chime, yeah, she reported it. She recorded it, and law enforcement said you don't have no case. He in the confinement of his own home. So what else you got, Wind Chime? What else you got? Exactly. Thought not. Like I said, this is clearly that man getting harassed for his hard work in life, and this woman just going to a TV show or going to the news just to report something. Can y'all believe she actually got to the news to report this? How many of y'all know people like this? They're like, man, ain't no. How many times y'all see people walking down the street? I see people walking down the street like that, and you can't do nothing to them. So how you think you're gonna do something to abandon his own home? Oh, here we go, D. There, finally. I was like, what's taking you so long, D? D says, I don't know. Just because you saw something and logged it doesn't mean she's stalking. It does. It does mean she's stalking. Let me tell you why. She's logging things about this individual. She's filling out reports, police reports about this individual. She said 24/7, these are her own words, 24/7. This is what it's like, which means she's spending the majority of her day watching him. 24/7, she's spending the majority of her day watching him. In 10 to 15 minutes, he might have some shoes on, is what she said, basically. If you don't think writing down what something's doing, like, did you see the paper? Did you see all that filled out, detailed in the reports? And she said, then we lock eyes. But she normally keeps it closed. To me, I say if anybody's stalking, it's her. It ain't him. It ain't no harassment on his end. If it's anything, she harassing him. She's the one at fault, but you're so used to blaming men that you don't see it. You're so used to blaming the man and throw him under the tree that you don't see the faults. It's not on him. He's not the one. Listen, he's not in the wrong. He's not in the wrong. So we're gonna have to disagree to disagree. Because I can't believe D, you would go out and say that kind of stuff. It's an innocent person. It's just sad. But I should expect that y'all think it's always a man's fault, right? I should expect it. Yeah. Now, I want to discuss this since I have the time to. And since nobody disagrees, because 80% of y'all agree that she's the peeping Karen, she's the one stalking him. Everybody but obviously D does. Everybody but D agrees. I want to talk about this. To me, this is a case that happened within law enforcement.
Detectives and crime scene technicians on the scene here. They're continuing to process evidence here, but beginning to wrap up their investigation. What we can tell you now, what we confirm is that an off-duty law enforcement officer was terrorizing people on the golf course here. Police confronted him. They shot, and we can confirm now that he died at a local hospital. Now, this all started around 4 p.m. yesterday. Let me show you some pictures.
So, law enforcement got engaged with an off-duty officer. The officer was on a golf course, was causing issues, and when engaged by other law enforcement, it got out of hand. They sent fire, and then that person then lost life. Okay? It's not often you hear these conversations about what happens to an officer. It's not often you hear this case.
From Sky 5 HD, and you can see that the shooting took place right next to a golf cart on the golf course here.
I just want to know, why is there so much trash? You see that? Why is there so much trash on the floor? Like, why are you carrying that much stuff in the golf cart? It's kind of messy. It's a little messy in my opinion. It's a little messy.
Authorities tell us the whole thing started with a 911 call. Somebody reported that this man had gotten into an argument at his home, which is nearby. A relative called dispatchers to say that the guy was distraught, that he'd been drinking, he'd fired shots into the wall of the home, and that he'd walked out of the house carrying 2 guns. According to the police sergeant on the scene here, the man was an off-duty Los Angeles County Sheriff's deputy.
And this is in LA. Now, he walked out of the house carrying 2 of them Johns. He walked out of the house carrying 2 of them Johns. I'm sure he got into some type of dispute, and he was very unhappy. And he listen, this stuff happens. It's not just the stuff that we experience. They're humans too. They are human beings too. And you guys got to take this into understanding. They are human beings too. It's just the truth.
Witnesses say when he left his home, he walked onto the golf course here and fired multiple shots. Police showed up here. They tried to stop the guy. He did not surrender peacefully. The story that we're hearing from Fontana officers is that the man raised his weapon at police, and that is when cops shot him multiple times. He was taken to the hospital where he died. Now, people who saw him here just before he was shot say that he seemed to be having a mental breakdown.
Somehow, some way, somebody always got the story, right? People that saw him before all this occurred said he was having some type of breakdown, right? He was having some type of mental breakdown, right? How do you know? How do you know that? Are you licensed to describe? Like, how do you know? Maybe he was just drunk. But it's always somebody on the scene willing to tell y'all the story. Every single time. It's always somebody that want to be in. Remember last time I told y'all we was reviewing the guy that his son got hit, and then he fired at the trucker and took him out, and then drove his truck away. And then 2-3 hours later, they like, yeah, this is sad. I'm like, why are you on the news? Why are y'all even talking? How do y'all keep finding these news people to have these conversations?
Oh, he was in the house arguing.
Now, This young lady is going to give her breakdown of what occurred. Okay. She apparently is in the neighborhood, lives in the neighborhood with officers. Not a lot of us get lucky to have officers in our neighborhood, but she does. Listen to her breakdown of the situation.
Oh, he was in the house arguing or talking to someone inside, shot at the wall, and then took off, ran into the golf club and then a golf course and started shooting.
Listen, he was in the house arguing with somebody. Was you in the house? No, right? Arguing with somebody. He fired and hit the wall. How you know he fired and hit the wall? You got X-ray vision? Was you recording? Every time.
Took off, ran into the golf club and then a golf course and started shooting. Just started shooting up everything, scaring the golfers, shooting at the police.
He was just shooting at everything. He was just shooting everywhere. Like he came out, he shoot everywhere. He was shooting up everything, shooting at the police. It was scary.
It was bad. It's bad. So, it seems like that mental health is real. It was bad. It's bad. So, it seems like that mental health is real. He lost this edge and just started shooting up in the neighborhood. This is very shocking to me.
Every time, somehow, some way, he lost his edge. He lost his edge. That's a sad situation. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I'm not gonna lie to y'all at all. I'm not gonna lie. That's an unfortunate situation. But it can happen. And it happens to law enforcement as well, okay? You got to deal with what you got to deal with. The truth is the truth. It's just unfortunate, sad situation. Now, no, I'm not going to even, I don't want to talk about no Keke Palmer. No. I'm not talking about no Keke Palmer. I heard she was in an Usher video, though. I ain't shocked. I'm not shocked that she was in an Usher video. Nope, not going to do it. I want to ask you guys about this. Curiosity, right? It costs a lot of money. So I'm interested. I want you guys' thoughts on this. Cost
of housing is astronomical, but what happened in the past 4 years is the problem. Check out the difference between 1995 to 2019 to 2023. So the complaining from us millennials started probably 2020, but this is why. So in 1995, the average house was $130,000. You put down 20%, that's $26,000. The interest rates were 7.8% back in 1995. And your principal and mortgage would be around $753. Now I'm going to save the average incomes for last. Now, 2019, $260,000. Not bad over 25 years. It only doubled. So the down payment would be $52,000, and there was only a 4% interest rate. So the monthly payment for principal and interest was $993. So this difference was not bad at all. Here's where the jump happens. This is what, okay. 2023, the average home jumped to $419,000. The down payment would be $84,000. The interest rate was similar to 95, which is 7.24%, but that would leave you with a monthly payment of $2,283. Now let's go with the average incomes. In 1995, it was $29,000. In 2019, it was $56,000. In 2023, it is still $56,000. So in 1995, 31% of your income could be used for housing. You could get it into a house. In 2019, it was only 21% of your income. In 2023, it is 49% of your income, plus the cost of living, plus the cost of groceries. So the past 4 years is the problem. This is why millennials and first-time homebuyers are complaining now, because the disparity between 95 and 2019 over 25 years was not that big of a deal. It was moving like it was supposed to. The cost of housing.
What do you guys think about that? Did you guys know that? All the way up into early 2017, 2016, the cost of a house, relative, reasonable, and in a matter of about 4 years, it became astronomically almost impossible for people to get into these homes. And the obvious people that are most impacted are millennials. The obvious people that are the most impactful are the millennials. I missed that one. So I just don't understand. What expectation can we reasonably have? If mind you guys saw that, right? Literally, when he pulled up the average income. Look at it's pretty remarkable, actually. Let me see if I can. This video doesn't allow me to fast forward it, right? But it's pretty interesting how that within those 4 years, that wide range, the income average did not change, but the cost of living dramatically did. I don't see no win. I don't see no win in this. So most of us are going to have to move to another country. Because I'm going to be honest with you, I do not see no win in this one. This one is not going to be a win at all. Not going to be a win at all. Sadly, sad. Look at this stuff, man. 753 principal and interest, 993 principal and interest in 2019. But as you get to 2023, that thing jumps to $2,280. Gee, that's double plus. Look at these incomes. Well, that's what it is right there. 56,000 4 years. Well, this is what y'all should do. Because we're not going to be able to afford homes, it's in everyone's best interest to move to the jungle so that we can be the gorillas that we are. And we can truly live like the animals are supposed to live, okay? I'm about to get up out of here. I'm not going to lie. Did not want this to be a long show. I wanted to get in and out. I'm glad that it did. Went smooth. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. But we're going to end the show. I'm going to get up out of here so I can go relax a little bit and read some stuff and try to learn some things, okay? I appreciate y'all. Shout out to everybody for tuning in. Aaron O.